Monday, 25th of December, 2023. Ukrainian forces did not forget to prepare a Christmas present for the Russians. During the night, tactical aircraft attacked the large landing ship Novocherkassk of the Black Sea Fleet of the Russian Federation in the Feodosia region. This ship was part of Project 775, which aimed to build large amphibious ships in the USSR. Novocherkassk itself belonged to one of the newest models of this series, having been accepted into the fleet in 1987. Nonetheless, it is safe to say that it will never set sail again. On the front line, the development was noted in the Kupiansk direction. The enemy command continued to make certain efforts to increase the pace of its offensive. In the direction of Kuzamivka, the 27th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade recently arrived from the south. In the area of Tavolzhanka, with the aim of strengthening fire support, the Russian command deployed self-propelled howitzer artillery batteries from the 9th Brigade. No tactical advantage was achieved on both sides. Tuesday, 26th of December, 2023. Russian Defense Minister made a public military report for President Putin, in which he announced an occupation of Marinka by Russian forces. It took only months of intense fighting and thousands of lives for the Russian command to capture a small city in the Donetsk region and present it as some sort of grand victory. In fact, Marinka holds little to no strategic value. However, its loss is a sign that Ukrainian defense positions in the region are waning. Thus, it is important to note that further retreat of Ukrainian forces may actually present Russians with strategic success if they manage to reach a road between Vuhledar and Marinka. This could potentially play quite an important role in the logistics support system of enemy troops operating in the southern operational zone. With that in mind, in the near future, we may expect a main assault direction on Novomykhailivka, with the hope of progressing further towards Kostyantinivka. Wednesday, 27th of December, 2023. In the Avdiivka area, Russians made at least 8 assaults in multiple directions. Several were meant to penetrate the Avdiivka industrial zone. Others were targeted at taking control over Stepov. The assaults serve as proof of Russia switching tactics and using small infantry detachments instead of large mechanized groups. All assaults were carried out by small rifle squads without armored vehicles. Ukrainian drones spotted the enemy, eliminating any trivial chance of success they may have had. Russian command probably uses such small assaults as a way to keep Ukrainian forces constantly under pressure. In the meantime, the main grouping of Russian forces in the area is currently on hold, waiting for the additional reinforcements ahead of the massive offensive planned for the new year. Thursday, 28th of December, 2023. That day, the main development happened in the Tokmak area, with intense attacks by the forces of the Russian 76th and 7th Airborne Assault Divisions. Lacking enough manpower and heavy equipment, Ukrainian forces had to withdraw from their initial defense line south of Verbov. In addition, Russians managed to have slight advances near Kopani and Robotyne, which could lead to even further withdrawal of Ukrainian divisions, fully eliminating the summer gains of Ukrainian command. From what it seems, they will succeed in the near future. Sadly, Ukrainians did not manage to gain any meaningful advantage from their advanced positions. A couple of months ago, this was one of the most promising operational directions with a possible development southwards towards the seashore. Nonetheless, that is in the past now. The task at hand is to organize a solid defense line against the advancing Russian horde and not let them move northward into Ukraine. Friday, 29th of December, 2023. Devastating Russian missile and drone strikes were launched at multiple Ukrainian cities, purposefully targeting civilian areas. The majority were aimed at Kyiv, Dnipro, Odessa, Kharkiv, and Zaporizhia. In these videos, you can see the results of these terrorist acts. This may be the retaliation from the Russian command for the successful Ukrainian operation of destroying the Russian Novocherkassk ship earlier on Monday. Additionally, it was aimed at projecting fear and panic on the Ukrainian civilian population, which is already showing signs of emotional exhaustion from the prolonged war. It was the largest coordinated drone and missile attack since the beginning of the second stage of the Russian invasion in 2022, taking the lives of countless innocent people. Saturday, 30th of December, 2023. Ukrainian forces organized a payback for the earlier Russian terror strikes. It is reported that the Ukrainian side launched more than 70 drones on the night of December 29th to 30, at Russian military infrastructure and defense industrial facilities near Moscow, Belgorod, Tula, Tver, and Bryansk cities. Ukrainian forces reportedly struck the Kremenil plant in Bryansk city, which is Russia's second-largest producer of microelectronics, 90% of whose manufactured products are components of Russian military equipment and systems. We hope to see more of such successful strikes in the near future. Sunday, 31st of December, 2023. Ivanivsky village near Bakhmut is likely to become the main target for Russian forces in that direction at the beginning of 2024. Recently, Russia began to rely on its airborne brigades in that area, which are currently trying to distance themselves from other types of army units and achieve operational independence. To prove their effectiveness as a separate force, the Russian Airborne Command needs to provide an example of a quick and decisive victory. Thus, capturing Ivanivsky serves as a perfect opportunity. To this end, they will not spare any available manpower, making the initial weeks in 2024 critical for Ukrainian defenses. Before the so-called presidential elections in the Russian Federation, Airborne Command wants to show how effectively they can act separately from the Army decision-making center. In conclusion, during this week, Ukrainian forces have eliminated 5,280 personnel, 100 tanks, 151 APCs, 117 artillery systems, 9 MLRs, 155 UAVs of operational tactical level, and 10 anti-aircraft systems.